understanding. So actual architect, what did it is, if a user taps 500 rupees, it will first do an API gateway authentication. Okay. Post that, what will happen is, once that is done, the UPI requester will push that message to Kafka. It will do it in 10 milliseconds. Okay. Then it will not wait for any bank response. It will not, no waiting, because it will return saying that, okay, the request is received. This is what I'm trying to say. The Kafka producer will send this. Okay. And then what, in the meanwhile, what happens? The Kafka will send that to UPI router, because the requester job is done. But the router job is to what? Talk to the PSP. That is, the bank PSP response should be done in this time duration. Then what will happen is the Kafka consumer will be the one who is called result handler. So he will basically, the one who waits, he will anyhow do a retry, because this Kafka consumer, in case of success or failure, anyway, he has to get it, whether it can be success or failure, any kind of thing. So this result handler will write the result to the DB and then notifies the user saying that your transaction is successful or failure. This response time should be in this duration, because they will expect the latency here, right? What your response time and your processing time and your both are scalable or not. I hope that is clear. Yeah. So async also we can use, but I will talk about that also end of the slides. I'm going behind the architecture. I'll tell what you have to know as not as an architect, but yeah, behind the architect. I'll tell some more things here. Please, all of you understand what a true architect will do is, even I possess an architect skill set. I have done 7 architectures for international projects and Indian organizations. From my perspective also, I'll tell you, if a user clicks a payment, it will go to a UPI request. It should happen in 10 to 50 milliseconds. So it will have a Redis database, check, is there any kind of latency in terms of anything, bank or whatever it is. Then it does a Kafka produce in this time. Then post that, it returns request received. That is what it receives, request received. And then in the meanwhile, the Kafka will route it to UPI router. And the UPI router, what it does is, it will basically talk to the PSP. Okay. And he will do this. So as a result of that, your Kafka will do, if a result of that PSP call, then only it will write into DB. Okay. Because now let me talk about the internals. This is the core internals. So the scalability, what we are dealing here. The Kafka producer, partitioning, batching, all should happen in this time duration. The consumer should be happening in this duration. Then the banking provider will be called in this duration. So here they will do a retry logic. Retry logic means what? If the bank is not responding, they'll do a retry. They'll try second time, third time. Then they use a database, Postgres database, because to write the data, final transaction, what happened. So they'll do all connection pooling and sharding here thing. But the overall user wait time is still 100 to 200 milliseconds. But still, if you see this proficiency, you will see in the implementation level what they have done. Okay, so that is the core idea which is actually expected and implemented.